Have you ever wondered why ice cream melts so fast on a hot day? Or why a balloon becomes bigger when left under the sun? What about boiling water or fog forming in a cold glass? All of this happens because of heat. In today's lesson, we're going to discover how heat changes the material around us and affects many things that we see in everyday life. Get ready to observe some amazing scientific changes happening right before our eyes. Hello everyone, I am Tricia Omilig, and today I'll be your teacher and guide as we explore the fascinating effects of heat. So sit back, stay curious, and let's begin.
Today's lesson focuses on the effects of heat and how heat energy affects the materials around us. These effects can be observed in many everyday situations and scientific applications. In this lesson, we will study the three major effects of heat and matter. Heat can increase or decrease the temperature, change matter from one state to another, and cause materials to expand when heated. Understanding these effects helps explain many natural processes and real-life phenomena. Change in temperature. When heat energy is added to a substance, the particles begin to move faster. As particle motion increases, the temperature of the substance also rises. This change in temperature is one of the most common and observable effects of heat in daily life. How a thermometer works. A thermometer measures temperature by using liquids that expand when heated. As the liquid absorbs heat, its particles move faster and spread farther apart, causing the liquid level to rise inside the tube. The height of the liquid shows the temperature reading. There are three commonly used temperature scales: Celsius, Fahrenheit, and Kelvin. Celsius is widely used in most countries. Fahrenheit is mainly used in the United States, and Kelvin is a standard scale used in scientific studies and experiments. Another important effect of heat is a change in the state of matter. When heat is added or removed, substances can change between solid, liquid, and gas forms. These changes happen because heat affects the movement and arrangement of the particles. The six common state changes are melting, freezing, boiling, condensation, evaporation, and sublimation. Each process involves either gaining or losing heat energy, which causes matter to transform from one state into another. First is melting. Melting happens when a solid absorbs enough heat energy to become a liquid. As the particles gain energy, they move more freely and overcome the strong forces holding them in fixed positions. Next is boiling. Boiling occurs when a liquid is heated to its boiling point and rapidly changes into gas. During this process, bubbles form throughout the liquid and rise to the surface, releasing vapor into the air. Followed by freezing. Freezing happens when a liquid loses heat and becomes solid. As the temperature decreases, the particles slow down and arrange themselves into a more fixed and orderly structure. Then we have condensation. Condensation happens when water vapor cools and changes back into its liquid form. This process commonly occurs when warm air comes into contact with a cold surface, forming tiny droplets of water. Another one is evaporation. It is the process where liquid changes into gas at the surface of the liquid. This happens when some particles gain enough heat energy to escape into the air as vapor. Evaporation can happen naturally in bodies of water, wet clothes, and even sweat on our skin. Evaporation versus boiling. Evaporation and boiling both change liquid into gas, but they happen differently. Evaporation occurs slowly only at the surface, while boiling happens rapidly throughout the entire liquid with visible bubbles. Last is the sublimation. Sublimation is a unique process where solid changes directly into gas without passing through the liquid state. Dry ice is a common example because it turns directly into carbon dioxide gas at room temperature. The last and third effect of heat is thermal expansion. Thermal expansion occurs when heat causes particles in a substance to move farther apart. As temperature increases, the substance expands because particles require more space due to the increased motion. For example, are railway tracks. Railway tracks are designed with small gaps between sections to allow for thermal expansion. During hot weather, the metal expands, and these gaps help prevent the tracks from bending or breaking. Another example is bridge expansion joint. Bridges use expansion joints to safely handle changes in temperature. These joints allow bridge materials to expand during hot conditions and contract during cooler temperatures without causing damage. Balloon in sun. When a balloon is exposed to sunlight, the air inside absorbs heat energy and expands. As the particles move faster and spread apart, the balloon becomes larger compared to the balloon kept in a cooler place. To summarize, heat has three major effects on matter. It can change temperature, change the state of matter, and cause thermal expansion. These effects are important in science and can also be observed in many everyday situations.
Now that we learned the different effects of heat, we can better understand many of the changes happening around us every day. Heat affects materials in different ways and explains many common phenomena we observe in daily life. Now, let's see how much we've learned from this discussion as we move on to a short assessment. Great job, everyone! I hope you learned something valuable from today's lesson about the effects of heat. Always remember that science is not only found inside the classroom, it can also be seen in the simple experiences around us every day. By observing these changes carefully, we'll become more aware of how heat energy works in the world. Once again, I am Tricia and thank you for watching.